Most people get this completely wrong. And the tragedy is they don't even realize it. Every morning, millions of people wake up, rush through their routines, chase deadlines, pursue goals, and exhaust themselves, believing they are moving forward. They believe that if they just work harder, stay disciplined, and push a little more, everything will eventually make sense. But effort is not the problem. Intelligence is not the problem. Even ambition is not the problem. Direction is. Running fast in the wrong direction doesn't bring you closer to where you want to be. It only gets you there sooner, wherever there is. From a very young age, we are taught a simple equation: I work hard, become successful, and then happiness will follow. It sounds reasonable. It sounds responsible. So we accept it without question. We choose careers that sound impressive. We chase milestones that look good on paper. We define progress by numbers, titles, and applause. And when we finally reach those milestones, something unexpected happens. The feeling fades. So we assume the goal was too small. We raise the bar. We chase the next achievement, the next promotion, the next level of recognition. And slowly, without noticing, we trap ourselves in an endless cycle of more. More money, more status, more validation, but never more fulfillment. Human beings are not inspired by outcomes. They are inspired by meaning. We don't commit our lives to what we do. We commit our lives to why we do it. Yet most people never start with why. They start with what. What should I study? What job should I get? What business should I start? Rarely do we stop and ask the deeper question, why does this matter to me? And when you don't know your why, you become incredibly efficient at chasing things that don't satisfy you. Business makes this worse. Business is celebrated. It's worn like a badge of honor. I'm busy becomes a substitute for purpose. But business is often avoidance. When we stay busy, we don't have to ask uncomfortable questions. We don't have to confront the quiet feeling that something is missing. Movement feels like progress, but movement without intention is just noise. And a noisy life leaves very little room for clarity. Most people think motivation disappears because they lack discipline. That's wrong. Motivation disappears when the work loses its meaning. You don't need motivation to protect something you love. You don't need motivation to stand up for what you believe in. When something truly matters, action becomes natural. Goals push us forward, but purpose pulls us forward. And being pulled is far more powerful than being pushed. Another mistake people make is tying their identity to what they do. I am my job. I am my success. I am my productivity. So when the job disappears or success slows down, their sense of self collapses. If who you are depends on what you do, every failure feels personal. But when your identity is rooted in values, what you stand for, failure becomes a lesson instead of a verdict. Confidence is misunderstood too. Many believe confidence is loud, certain, and visible. In reality, confidence is quiet, it's calm. It doesn't need to prove anything. The loudest voice in the room is often the most uncertain, while the strongest presence is usually the one that listens. True confidence comes from alignment. When you know why you do what you do, external validation becomes optional. There are people who achieve everything they ever wanted: money, recognition, freedom, yet feel empty. That emptiness isn't a lack of success. It's a lack of meaning. Success without fulfillment is not success at all. It's exhaustion with good branding. Exhaustion doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from doing too much of what doesn't matter to you. Clarity changes everything. When your values are clear, decisions become simpler. You stop asking what will impress others and start asking what aligns with who you want to be. Clarity doesn't remove fear, but it gives fear less power. Discipline without purpose breaks people. You can force routines and habits, but without meaning, discipline becomes punishment. Discipline works best when it protects something you care deeply about. You don't wake up early because you have to. You wake up early because something matters more than comfort. Many people wait for confidence before they act. But confidence is not the cause of action, it's the result of it. Confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself, especially the small ones. Each time you act in alignment with your values, confidence deepens, not because you succeeded, but because you were honest. Most people think they need a new life, a new city, a new job, a new relationship. Sometimes they do, but more often they need a clearer life. You don't always need to change your path. Sometimes you just need to understand why you're walking it. Leadership begins internally. It's not about authority or titles. It's about self-awareness. Can you lead yourself when no one is watching? Can you choose meaning over convenience? Can you stay true to what you believe when it costs you something? The question that changes everything is not, what do I want? It's, what do I believe and why does it matter? Because when you answer that, decisions become clearer. Fear loses its grip, and life stops feeling accidental. Most people get this completely wrong. They chase success hoping it will give them meaning. But meaning comes first. And real success is simply the result of living in alignment with what matters most. Before you chase the next goal, before you commit to another obligation, before you measure your life by someone else's standards, pause, ask why. When you get the why right, everything else begins to fall into place.